My sister staged a family intervention claiming I was a bad influence on her kids. She even made my parents choose. So I showed them something behind closed doors. I never thought I'd be sitting in my childhood living room facing an intervention about how I'm supposedly corrupting my sister's children. Yet here I am, watching my perfect sister. Sabrina's mascara run down her face as she lists my countless failures as an aunt. My name is Ellie, and at 27, I'm apparently the black sheep who's destroying our family's reputation. The funny thing is, just yesterday, I was helping my niece Caitlin with her science project while Sabrina was running errands. She bought them violent video games, Sabrina says, her voice cracking, and she tells them it's okay to talk back to adults. She's undermining everything we're teaching them. Mom rings, her hands in her lap, looking between us like she's watching a tennis match. Dad just sits there, stone-faced, probably wishing he was anywhere else. The afternoon sun streaming through the bay windows feels too bright, too exposing. That's not true, I say, trying to keep my voice steady. The game was rated E for everyone. Sabrina, it's literally about building cities. Don't twist this around. Sabrina stands up, pointing her finger at me. Last week, Roman told his teacher that some rules are meant to be questioned. Where do you think he got that from? I can't help but laugh, which only makes things worse. Heaven forbid a child learns critical thinking. See? Sabrina turns to our parents. This is exactly what I'm talking about. She thinks everything's a joke. Dad finally speaks up. Ellie, maybe you could be more mindful of Sabrina's parenting choices. Mindful? I stand up to my hands shaking. What about being mindful of the fact that I'm the one who shows up to their school events when Sabrina is too busy? Or that I'm the one they call when they're upset because they know I'll actually listen? That's enough. Mom's voice cuts through the tension. Both of you, please sit down. We do, but Sabrina's not done. She pulls out her phone, scrolling frantically. Look at this text Caitlin sent me last week. She said, and I quote, Aunt Ellie says it's okay to disagree with people. Sometimes even parents. Do you see what she's doing? I can't believe this. I mutter, fighting back tears. You're actually turning basic life lessons into something sinister. We think Dad says, carefully, that maybe you should take a step back from spending so much time with the kids, just until things settle down. The words hit me like a physical blow. I look at Mom, hoping for support, but she's staring at the floor. The family photos on the wall behind them seem to mock me. All those forced smiles, perfectly arranged poses, hiding who knows what else. Fine, I say, standing up again. You want me to step back? I will, but don't come crying to me the next time you need someone to pick them up from school or watch them on short notice. Ellie, please. Mom reaches for my hand, but I pull away. No, this is perfect. I grab my purse from the couch. Sabrina finally got what she wanted, total control. I hope you're happy. As I head for the door, Sabrina calls out. This is exactly why we're worried about your influence. You're so dramatic about everything. I turned back one last time, taking in the scene. My sister's tear-stained face, my father's disappointment, my mother's confusion. You know what, Sabrina? For someone so concerned about bad influences, maybe you should look in the mirror sometime. The door slams behind me with a satisfying bang in my car. I finally let the tears fall. But they're not sad tears. They're angry ones. Because I've seen things. Noticed things about Sabrina that nobody else seems to see. The way she sometimes shows up late to family dinners with glassy eyes. The way she gets extra touchy at parties. The way her kids look at her sometimes with that mixture of love and worry that no child should have to feel. My phone buzzes. A text from Caitlin. Are you okay, Aunt Ellie? Mom seems really mad. I wipe my eyes, typing back. I'm fine, sweetie. Just grown-up stuff. Love you. Another buzz. Love you too. Roman says hi. That does it. I start the car. My hands steady now. My mind clear. If Sabrina wants to play this game, fine. But two can play at exposure. It's time someone pulled back the curtain on my sister's perfect life and showed everyone what's really going on behind it. Because sometimes the worst influences aren't the ones who teach kids to question authority. They're the ones who pretend to be perfect while their lives crumble behind closed doors. 2 weeks after the intervention, I'm sitting at my best friend Danielle's kitchen counter, scrolling through old photos on my phone. There's one from last Christmas. Sabrina holding a wine glass, her smile a bit too wide, her eyes a bit too bright. I should have noticed it sooner. You're obsessing, Danielle says, sliding a coffee mug toward me. Maybe you should let it go. Let it go. I show her the photo. Look at her face. This was right before she knocked over the Christmas tree trying to dance with it. We all get drunk at Christmas sometimes. Danielle shrugs, but I can tell she's starting to see it too. My phone buzzes. A text from Mom. Family dinner tonight. Please come. Your father misses you. Great, I mutter. Another chance for Sabrina to play victim. Or, Danielle says, a chance to observe. You said you wanted proof. Watch her tonight. She's right. I text back. Okay, what time? 6 hours later, I'm walking into my parents' house armed with a bottle of sparkling cider. The first thing I noticed. Is Sabrina's laugh too loud? Coming from the kitchen, I find her there, leaning against the counter, wine glass already in hand. Oh, look who decided to grace us with her presence, Sabrina announces, her words slightly slurred. Mom turns from the stove, relief evident on her face. Ellie, honey, can you help set the table? As I grab plates from the cabinet, Caitlin runs in and hugs me tight. Aunt Ellie, I got an A on my science project. That's amazing, kiddo. I hug her back, catching Sabrina's scowl over her head. Mom, help too, Caitlin adds quickly, glancing at Sabrina. Did I? Sabrina frowns, then laughs. Oh, right. I signed the permission slip. During dinner, I watch Sabrina refill her glass 3 times. Dad talks about work, Mom asks about the kids' school, and everyone pretends not to notice when Sabrina knocks over the salt shaker, reaching for the wine bottle. Oops, she giggles. I'm such a klutz today. Roman, picking at his food, catches my eye. I know that look. It's the same one I used to have when Dad would come home late smelling like beer before he quit drinking 15 years ago.